Morgan Housel's The Psychology of Money is one of the most eye-opening books about wealth, success, and financial behavior. It challenges the traditional way we think about money and reveals that financial success isn't just about intelligence, it's about psychology, habits, and understanding how human emotions affect financial decisions. Most people think that to be rich, you need to be a math genius, an expert in stocks, or someone with an MBA in finance. But what if I told you that the key to building wealth is much simpler than that? What if you didn't need to chase the highest returns, time the market perfectly, or take extreme risks? What if I told you that your behavior, not your intelligence, is what determines whether you'll be financially successful? This book is filled with fascinating stories and lessons about money. And in this video, we're going to break them down so you can start applying them to your own life. And here's a little teaser for you. Stick around until we get to Chapter 9 because it will blow your mind. It's a truth about wealth that most people don't realize, and once you hear it, you'll never look at money the same way again. Before we begin, let's talk about the author, Morgan Housel. Housel is a former columnist for the Wall Street Journal and the Motley Fool, and he's one of the most respected voices in finance today. He's known for breaking down complex financial ideas into simple, practical lessons that anyone can understand. He's not here to tell you what stocks to buy or how to create the perfect budget. Instead, he focuses on something far more important: how to think about money. Now, let's get into the key lessons from the psychology of money and what they can teach us about wealth, investing, and financial freedom. The first big lesson is that no one is crazy about money. That might sound strange, but let's break it down. People do all kinds of irrational things with their money. Some people save everything and never spend a dime, while others spend recklessly and never save at all. But here's the thing: no one thinks they're making bad decisions. Every financial decision a person makes sense to them in that moment. Why? Because we all have different experiences with money. Someone who grew up poor will think about money differently than someone who grew up rich. Someone who started investing during a bull market will have a completely different mindset than someone who started during a market crash. Money isn't just about numbers. It's about feelings, experiences, and perspectives. And that means there's no universal right or wrong answer when it comes to financial decisions. What seems crazy to you might make perfect sense to someone else. The second lesson is about luck and risk. These two forces shape every financial outcome, but most people don't give them enough credit. Let's take Bill Gates as an example. Gates went to one of the only high schools in the world that had access to a computer in the 1960s. This gave him an incredible head start that most kids never had. Now, was Bill Gates smart? Absolutely. Was he hardworking? No doubt. But was he also lucky? Without a doubt. Now, here's the flip side of the story. Gates had a best friend in high school named Kent Evans, who was just as smart and driven as he was. They both had big dreams of starting a tech company together. But then, something tragic happened. Evans died in a mountaineering accident before he ever had the chance to build his career. That's the power of risk. Luck and risk are like two sides of the same coin. Just as some people get lucky breaks that push them ahead, others experience setbacks that hold them back. And often we underestimate just how much these forces shape financial success. This brings us to one of the most important lessons in the book: compounding is the most powerful force in finance. We all know Warren Buffett is one of the richest people in the world. But what most people don't realize is that Buffett didn't just make great investments, he made them for a really long time. He started investing when he was just 10 years old and never stopped. If Buffett had started at 30 instead of 10, his fortune would be 99% smaller than it is today. That's the power of compounding. Compounding is what happens when your money grows, and then that growth itself starts to grow. It's why small amounts of money invested consistently can turn into massive wealth over time. But here's the problem: most people don't have the patience to let compounding work. They want fast results. They chase high-risk investments looking for quick returns. But the truth is, the best way to get rich is to be patient. Making money is one thing, but keeping money is an entirely different challenge. Jesse Livermore was one of the most successful stock traders in history. In 1929, he made the modern equivalent of $3 billion in a single day by betting against the stock market. His family thought they were ruined when the market crashed, but instead, he was wealthier than ever. And then, just a few years later, he lost it all. Why? Because he kept taking risks. He didn't know when to stop. Getting rich requires optimism. You have to believe that things will work out in your favor. But staying rich requires paranoia. You have to be afraid of losing what you've earned. The most successful investors and entrepreneurs understand this balance. They take calculated risks, but they also protect themselves from disaster. Now let's talk about one of the most dangerous financial traps: not knowing when you have enough. Rajat Gupta was a millionaire CEO, but he wanted to be a billionaire. He got greedy and engaged in illegal insider trading. Bernie Madoff was a wealthy businessman, but he wanted more, so he ran a Ponzi scheme. Both of them lost everything because they didn't know when to stop. One of the most powerful lessons in the book is that real wealth isn't about having more. It's about knowing when you have enough. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, Chapter 9. This one is a game changer. It's called Wealth is What You Don't See. Think about the last time you saw someone driving an expensive sports car or wearing designer clothes. Did you think, wow, that person must be rich? Here's the truth: wealth isn't what you see, it's what you don't see. A big house, a luxury car, an expensive watch, those are all signs of money spent, not money saved. The people who look rich often aren't. They spend everything they have to look successful. But true wealth is invisible. It's money in the bank. It's investments that grow over time. It's financial freedom. If you want to be truly wealthy, stop worrying about impressing other people. Stop chasing luxury. Start focusing on keeping your money instead of spending it. So, what did we learn? We learned that money is about behavior, not intelligence. That luck and risk play a huge role in success. That compounding is the secret to building wealth. That the key to staying rich is knowing when to stop taking risks. And most importantly, that true wealth is what you don't see. If this video changed the way you think about money, imagine what reading the full book could do. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and turn on notifications so you never miss another life-changing video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.